President's Quarters. It's quite an exciting day today as I'm introducing my team that have helped to make the channel a success. Just to keep it simple as well, my team is consisting of two type of groups of people. I call them freelancers, and the second part, it is people who've been there on a daily basis. So that's my executive management. So firstly, I want to thank and also introduce the man that was there on the first day of the first video. If you go into the channel, when you go into the first video, the person behind the camera, it is actually Palesa Mhlambi, who was the person who was working with me on the day. There's something interesting that happened while we were shooting. We took a break, I think for a couple of minutes, and he asked me and he said, "Frank, what exactly are you trying to do with the channel?" And I gave him an explanation and I said, I don't want it to be a motivation platform, but I want it to be a platform of practical skills and practical tools where as students you need to come in and learn as much as you can, because university can be super easier if you have the right tools to get through it. And he was like, oh, that's exactly what I'm looking for. It's the home of tools. And the hashtag or the tagline of the channel, home of tools, literally come from praise. And he brought in his colossal type of thinking, is creative thinking. And in life, that's one of the things you need to learn, is you need to surround yourself with people that are much better than you, way smarter than you, and more creative, and think in a different way to you. They'll always show a different perspective to how to do things. A funny thing about that particular video, if you check it, it's shaking there, and it's clear a human being was behind it. Now the worst part is he had a bottle, this other brown bottle, that they call it the champion beer. The man was sipping throughout the video. I just didn't pay attention to the whole thing. And I realized after, why is this video shaking? And I'm like, oh damn, that's why. And then basically, I think I'm like that as well. I just like the fun environment, and for people that I work with to enjoy the space and not restrict them as much as you can. So the first person, it is Palesa Mhlambi, who was there the first time we started this video and has contributed a lot. Now the second person I'd like to thank and also introduce you guys to is Joe. This is a big brother of mine. Do or die. For the past 2-3 years, our relationship has grown super closer, and we're like brothers now even. So if you go to the channel and check the exam preparation series, where I hosted different guests from your UCT, from your SMU, from your UJ, from your VETS, and different spaces. I actually used his laptop because I think my phone that time was not working properly. And then I asked him, I said, my friend, this is what I need. And he said, oh, sure, take it and do best. And has always been there every single time he comes through for the channel. If I need his time, I need his ideas, he always comes through. So I want to say hats off to Mdamleno for being the big brother and the brother that always challenges for the channel, because it's successful because of such people. Now, the other person that contributed heavily to the channel is a lady by the name Chantal Mazvimba, who, well, the work we did actually didn't come up onto the channel, but she was always there on the conceptualization stage. I remember it was during a bit lockdown when I wanted to shoot, and I was like, yo, I need someone to help me shoot these videos. And she came through to help conceptualize different concepts that you actually saw in implementation of the videos. Another person, I think the past 2 videos, the one where it's a chill session where I'm playing my music for you to listen and for us to chill, and the video about exams are done, what now video. If you check the quality of that video, it is super top level, super HD level, like this particular video. That's simply because it's my aunt Matate, who had a camera and said, okay, I see you serious about pushing this thing. Come through and get my camera and use it. Meanwhile, I'm not using it for the holidays. And even today, that's why the quality is super good, because she contributed so much, and I thank her for that. Now to the actual people who are there on a daily. So these are called my executive team, and I'm like that. I'm quite a structured person, so even when you're a person in my space, I always look at what role are you playing and normally give you a meaning position according to what you do in my space. So these 2 people are fantastic young ladies that work with me on a daily. Firstly, I want to introduce you to Palesa Mhlambi, who is kind of my manager. Literally every single video that before it comes out, she gets to see it first and critiques it. So no, cut here, remove this, add this. And if you check it on my Instagram page, it's quite young. Started it I think 2 months ago. So one of the things she said, for people to also learn another part of you, because when you're always on these videos giving tips, people may think you're robotic and you're this perfect human being. So get some Instagram and people can see the other side of you. So these fantastic ideas and many more that you're going to see in 2021 in the videos that are coming is because of this super intelligent person. We met way back from high school and she has grown to be a mentor. We also co-founded Versatile Mentorship Program. It's a mentorship program that kind of wants to expose especially the students that are normally put aside because schools tend to focus on your A students. But to be average, the C average students, those are the type of people Versatile Mentorship Program will target and say, let us empower you to get into a university space and start your university journey much better and at a much better footing. So she is that type of person who her biggest interests are beyond just her own personal self, but also wants to develop other people as well. And lastly, I call her the creative director. You see the different posters that come out, especially the exam preparation sessions. The poster that came out with my guests, the intro of this video and the outro of this video is actually this young lady, and her name is Phenyo. She's quite a huge asset to the channel as well, and she's part of my daily executive team. Now, that's basically my people. People who on a daily work with me, and also from time to time they always have these resources and expose them to me for me to make this video for you guys. So I hope I'm going to keep on growing. I can't wait to see the growth of the channel within the next 5 years, because so far in the 3-4 months we've been in existence, there's been nothing short of greatness. Now, one last part. So I'm on a recruitment drive now to get ambassadors, different students from different campuses. So if you'd like to be an ambassador to the channel, please DM me and we talk and we work on making this channel a success. When I check my numbers, on average every single year, South Africa has university or higher education students. They're around 1 million or so. So that's the average number. And this channel as it is now, I think the potential is bigger than that. So if I get ambassadors on board and I get exposed to different campuses, it can super grow and we reach out to as many students as we can. So when you subscribe, when you share, when you even tell people about the channel and the content, you're actually helping even other people to get exposed to it and benefit and grow in their university experience. So if you want to be an ambassador to the channel, DM me by Instagram and we chat, because so far I found a UCT person. So even if you're UCT, I think 2 or 3 people per campus will help the channel grow faster. So I have UCT for now, also have vets, and I'd like to get, and I'm talking to someone in University of the Free State, and also TUT. So if you're in any of these campuses and many others, even your VUT, your colleges, Rosebank, hope DM me and we have started the conversation so that we grow this channel and we grow the home of tools and impact on other people. Oh, one last part. So what do? I'm literally every single thing that I haven't mentioned that these other people do, I actually do. I write the scripts, shoot the videos. I think after the experience with Praise, I'm like, you know, Frank, you must get a tripod so that the camera is always stable. So now it's not a human being behind it, but actually a tripod to ensure it's on point every single time. So I do most of the other work, but I think the biggest lesson as well is, as a person, surround yourself with the right people that will always advance your vision, your dreams, and your passions. And yeah, push. I always believe in the quote, you know, in life just start. We have to learn to build a plane while flying. How it will get to the ground, sometimes you don't have to have the clue, but just keep building until it gets to fly proper. And that's exactly the mentality and mindset I applied when I started the channel. I started off shooting with my phone. I didn't even know I'll get a camera, didn't have the best lighting, I didn't have this, I didn't have that. But so far grown so much because you build networks and people will come on board, especially show them what the vision is like. So subscribe, like, and share. Peace out.